the entire story out. Any day now. Yu-Gi-Oh! X Concoli. I meant to handle this a while ago in a shellnut, even though it's not shell, but semantics. The thing is about this is, I don't know if it's supposed to be like a prequel series or something else entirely. But from looks of it so far, given how we didn't get any of this before, it's a prequel in a sense. You know? Wait, but he escaped his body to go into his body. Huh. And if you're wondering why I'm doing this, the long story short is Meta Runners is once a week, I'm twice a week, I'm a side project. Far too overconfident for his own good, and that's why we love him. This went about as well as you'd expect. Yeah. Sawatori is not from here and wishes to know how to get around. While traveling with Sawatori's group, Hakai becomes friends with Nina, the only girl in Sawatori's group. Of course! Hakai comes to good terms with Yuya and Yuzu. That's good. Things seem to be going great for Hakai until... Things start going south when Angela, the school bully, appears, of course. She bullies Nina for being weaker than her. Ah, a lovely character trait. Hakai manages to protect Nina from Angela's bullying. I would have loved if it was Angelica. But then something horrific happens. He trips and breaks his ankle. Somehow Angela manages to sneak into LDS and steal an experimental pendulum deck from Akaba Reggie. The deck contained powerful monsters called the Cleforts. The Cleforts are annoying. Angela then decides to test her deck on Nina to assert her dominance. How crap must Akaba's defenses be for someone who's in high school to outsmart them? Ugh. Reggie must have put, like, the new guy in charge. As per usual with demonic forces. Giving a truly evil power. Really, I thought 96 was a nice guy when you got to know him. With Nina's deck in hand, Hakai attacks Angela with no mercy. Angela's beaten within an inch of her life, as all heroes do. If you piss me off first. Angela, bruised and beaten, tells Hakai she got the deck from Akaba Reggie. Hakai quickly takes Nina to safety. They're like, one would be like, why did Akaba Reggie leave in the hands of the new guy? Well, Chernobyl happened because he left too things in the hands of the new guys. Hakai is too angry to listen, but then Nina says something. I want pancakes. Yeah, it tends to be how it works. So it's more of a Several days later. I pissed off my waifu. Can't have that. Hakai hurled from local duels to the upcoming tournaments. Hakai joined to test his skills. He was then trounced in the beginner's round, that's why I didn't see in Arc 5. I didn't know that was said. He then found out the tournament was being held by Akaba Reggie. So great. This motivated him to fight his hardest. He wasn't going to do that already. Hakai towards the competition, with nothing but revenge on his mind. Because it works oh so well for that Yusaki character. But then, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. The Aba's force appears to wreak havoc on the tournament contestants. Nice to know that some things can't change no matter how many self-insert characters you put in there. Considering the Aba's first completed the cards, caused the flames to burn again. And again, here comes Dark Mist to say hi. Yeah, just like in the original series with Yuya getting into his enraged state. So whatever the fuck they ended up calling it officially. their awakening state or something like that. Yep. He carted them all and then declared he finally has the power to beat Akaba Reggie. He is going in way too over his head and he needs to be taken down. It went about as well as can be expected. Then why do we have... We have the wrong characters then? Yeah. Oh, what a lovely character. Then again, he's still turned evil. That guy steps into the plane and declares he will kill Akaba Reggie. That'll go over great. Reggie be like, no, I have security. Everyone except Reggie is shocked at that. Because only Reggie would be there like, I knew it. Because they're like, you're gonna kill me? I've been dead inside for years. Yeah, Hat Guy seems to have the upper hand until Reggie performs a full counter on Hat Guy, destroying his entire board. That's Reggie in a nutshell. You start getting the upper hand him, but then Reggie's like, but that was all part of my plan. Behold, I wreck your shit. And then Reggie wipes the floor with him. As that's apparently Hat Guy's first loss that we've seen. About to commit Sudoku. Oh no, he has to do a weird crossword puzzle-like thing. Oh wait, no, that's Senpoku. Whoops. Don't you say suicide? Fusion falls over the Lancers. Well, that's about Harp 5 in a nutshell, so... Join the Lancers. Or get fudged. No, I mean I'll laver you in fudge. What do you think I meant? Look at this thing. If the Lancers mission succeeds, I will let you kill me. Yeah, I'm sure... Yeah. If you can try. I'll let you try to kill me. And then into the Synchro Dimension, we'll deal with a filler arc, a filler tournament, and then nothing of value will really be gained. Except, hey, we got to see Jack and Crow, and that's always nice. Nope! That is still one of the more devastating moments of all of Yu-Gi-Oh! She just gets smashed through it, off the rails, into a building, through the building, up the side of the thing. It's just like, wow, that was really dark. But she's fine, so it's all okay. Who's one of the more like, oh my god, this is going way over the edge. Rage was bubbling up in Hat Guy's soul. No, the woman I barely know, but I'm kind of acquaintances with, I guess. Oh, so we actually got Yuya versus Yugo in this universe. So Yuya defeated Yugo and got Clear Wing. Then Hat Guy versus Sergey! Which means that since Yugo isn't missing in action, we don't have to worry about Jack versus Sergey. Hat Guy annihilates Sergey. I imagine in the same style as Jack Etton still, but hey. Didn't do his short result. Yeah, carded because we kept our dual discs. Lovely. Teleportation, yeah. Zeb bap bap. He didn't even get to finish the tournament. Meanwhile, Kabuki and the others have just defeated all the Abyssal leaders. I barely remember this part. Oh yeah, the ninja guy in the mines. Sorry, if there's any of the Lancers I forget, Kabuki's at the top of the list. Use the hairpin to the Admiral. Admiral comes with a plan to revive the ship girl that has died. We really need to stop shipping them with each other. The plan succeeds, Kirasagi is revived, but the Admiral ends up becoming very sick. At the same time, Hat Guy appears in the naval base. Oh, that's right. This is probably the Kankoli side of things. I'm like, I don't remember any of this happening or any of these names. Oh wait, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! X Kankoli. Naturally. He went from Standard Dimension into Synchro Dimension to a different anime entirely. That teleportation device is really powerful. That would have been a very different thing though, if there's for some reason the frickin' Academia students were just randomly attacking like One Piece or something like that. I don't trust you, you'll do something bad. Do I look evil? He says with dark eyes, evil energy coming out of him like a Dragon Ball Z character. He's like, I'm not evil at all. My name's only Dark Evil McBad Guy. That guy goes into the Admiral's room to find a body! Oh boy, fish and chips. The Admiral will pass down on the floor and a strange shadow next to him. Don't worry, that guy was just rubbing his back so he can get HMO 1 cut. There's nothing to worry about. The shadow stands up and dashes past the girls. Or the group, might be. Hat guy attempts to give the shadow chase. Then he realized he was the shadow, and end of episode. But he quickly was outsped by Shimikaze. If I pronounce these names wrong, like Shimikaze catches up to the shadow, getting a brief glimpse at their face. It was hype. The shadow kicks Shimikaze in the stomach, sending her reeling backwards. The shadow used this distraction to quickly escape. Shimikaze returns to the group to tell them what happened. Girls, I got kneed in the stomach. The group goes back to check on the Admiral. Yep, still unconscious. Turns out the Admiral passed out from exhaustion. So he didn't try to kill him, he was just really, really tired. While cleaning up the mess the shadow has made, Fubuki finds a deck of cards. Fubuki shows off his cards to Hat Guy. He recognizes them as dual monster cards. After finishing up, Hat Guy and the girls attempt to leave. They fail. The end. Only to be confronted by Nagato, one of the higher-ups of the naval base. Yeah, you don't say attempt to leave unless there's going to be a failure involved. She reveals a duel disc and challenges Hat Guy to a duel. It went about as well as you'd expect. Hat Guy declines and says Fubuki will be the one in his place. I guess because he's not evil anymore. Fubuki is scared and says that she can't do this. Hat Guy says, I don't care how it is. You know how this works in anime. You have to duel him so that you can lose, I can get motivated, and then I can take him down. You know how the old stereotype of women in refrigerators work? Oh boy, Nagato uses a Harpy Lady deck. Fubuki uses a Magispector deck. Oh boy. And Jiren's banned, but doesn't care. Nagato starts out summoning an XYZ monster on her first arm. I'm going to assume it's Harpy's pet Phantasmal Dragon. Fubuki's in Pendulum summons, with the combination of monsters' effects, she overcomes Nagato's Exceed monster. Or maybe it was Lightning Story, who knows. Nagato decides to get serious and summons an even stronger Exceed monster. We won't say which one it is, so use your imagination. Fubuki activates a quick play spell, doubling her monster's attack and draining the last of Nagato's life points. I can only assume it was double or nothing, because I can't think of any other quick play spells that do that. Nagato gets up and looks at the confusion on her face. Nagato asks what she was doing and why she's here. So she was under mind control. That guy tells her that she attacked them. Nagato apologizes for her actions. Please forgive me, Dr. Wily style, I imagine. Suddenly an alarm goes off, or a alarm goes off. That guy asks what's going on. Nagato says the enemy is coming closer, well, just coming in general. The girls prepare themselves to fight the Abyssals again. The girls only find one Abyssal to fight. The Abyssal being the one that he fought in the previous battle. Wait, we just killed you then. How are you back? The girls are surprised to see an enemy they defeated come back. Well, welcome to anime. We tend to like those sorts of things. What's that? This guy already lost? Fight him again. We already made all of his character animations, all that jazz. Do it again. We have the technology. Why are we shocked that the enemy has the technology when we have it? Well, class then summons a dragon. That narrows it down. It was the petite dragon, we must tell you, though. Meanwhile, I assume in the Yu-Gi-Oh side of the plot, that guy was being taught how to be an admiral. I guess not. Well, first you have to attach a boat to you. While studying, Hakai finds a book on the error in Musume. It's a Musume that's encountered a critical error. A being that only appears during dark times. Well, that's great. But that's error in the name, maybe you shouldn't be knowing too much about this. Hakai hoped that troubles wouldn't befall these girls. What's that? We're in dark times? Well, I guess we can counter. Meanwhile, a lot of those. The girls are struggling to deal with Woe-class's dragon. It's a freaking Guardian of Fortress number 1. Shimikaze thinks of a plan to get past Woe-class's dragon. Shimikaze runs past the dragon and attacks Woe-class directly. So she can summon the dragon on the dual disc. Summon more than one dragon. Using her gun, Shimikaze sets off a massive explosion because guns are explosive now. I guess we are in an action movie. The rest of the girls can only watch in horror as the flames engulf the two girls. Our main character is fine, the bad girl is fudged. Seconds later, a slightly burned Shimikaze emerges from the smoke with Woe-class's dual disc in her arms. See? Told you. Those badass moments. The girls are congratulating Shimikaze on her victory. You did it! Suddenly, Woe-class rises from the ocean deep and an angry expression plastered across her face. Give me back my dual disc! Woe-class taps her hat, and it spits out a second dual disc. Never mind, I have a spare. The girls realize they're headed back at square one. Or rather, they're back at square one. I summon another dragon! You would like some help, the voice said. The group of girls turned around to face the shadow from before. Salvatore, no! Let me help you. Oh, great, lovely. It's Angela, in Varian form. I'm sorry, did I ruin the surprise? If you can see her face at all, that's not a surprise. Well, then again, if it was just all darkness, I probably would have been sarcastic and been like, oh no, it's a cloak! And the shadow vanishes without a trace. So it gives him a card and then fudges off. Or helps. With a dual disc in a deck, Shimikaze challenges Woe-class to a duel. No, she helps him in some way. If she uses an Evil Swarm deck, where'd the dragon come from? Or she summoned Evil Swarm Bahamut. Speedroid deck mixed with Tech Genius. Woe-class makes the first move, quickly summoning an Xyz monster in the first turn. Anyone else noticing a trend? Shimikaze's turn, she summons a Synchro monster and overpowers Woe-class's monster. Woe-class then summons an even bigger one. Woe-class's turn, she uses a Sprue card to revive 2 monsters at the cost of her life points. And then, after that, she normal summons a monster and uses the 3 monsters to Xyz summon. Woe-class uses her Xyz monster's ability to blow away Shimikaze's Synchro monster. Woe's monster attacks, leaving a massive dent in Shimikaze's life points. Shimikaze's turn begins her turn by special summoning a bunch of monsters. It's pendulum summoning. Shimikaze tunes her monsters to get... Or it is against freaking, like, Tech Genius and Speedroid, so it's probably going fast anyway. Anyway, here comes Clear Wing. Shimikaze ends her turn, Woe mocks her, saying her dragon is weak. Bitch, you summoned a dragon too. Don't get in this. Woe attempts to use her monster's ability on Clear Wing, but Clear Wing's like, fuck that, I have an effect too. But then again, and if it's a Xyz monster, Clear Wing's gonna have a bit of problems. Clear Wings cuts away the last of Woe's life points. You know, I'm pretty sure Clear Wing's like, hey, I need level 5 or higher, and ranks are not levels. The girls go back home celebrating their victory. That guy becomes the new admiral of the naval base, so much so that he got Xenoverse 2 music playing in the background. Through many battles, Hakai bonds with various girls in the base, though none are better than his waifu. Look at these freaking designs. Someone had too much fun making these. I'm convinced there was one guy who was like, I always imagine what would happen if we put a battleship on a woman. How many designs you got? All of them. I have all of the designs. Then came a series of battles that tested the very fortitude of those bonds. The first of those battles were against the dreaded reclass. We had to reclassify them, and that was a pain. It was a normal day at the naval base. It was a bright and sunny day. It's nowhere near as threatening. The girls were given some intel about a strong abyssal class in the area. Hakai sent out the girls to face the new abyssal. I don't know if it's like any sort of anime, it's a monster with a weak formula. Only to realize they were horribly outmatched. And that tends to be how this goes. You can't You can't steamroller them all. Reclass proved to be too much stronger for the enemies they faced before. But when Reclass was about to deal the final blow, out comes a hero. That guy intercepts and protects the girls. You won't hurt my backup waifus. Reclass laughs at Hat Guy. What's a weak human raising to get powerful abysmal? That guy is dead silent, aura filled with evil and bloodless emanates from his body. Here comes darkness again, and I was noticing a trend. The girls in Reclass could feel the evil rage feeding off Hat Guy. They didn't realize that he had passed gas, and that was far worse. Hat Guy raised his dual disc. Reclass does the same. Reclass uses a Grado deck. Hat Guy uses a Shadal deck. So it's going to use the Shadal in the control of darkness. Hat Guy makes the most summoning, fusion summoning a first move fusion summoning a Shadal monster. Place her own guess here. Reclass makes her move by setting a monster in return. And soon as summon Wind Duck, and soon that we spell might choose not special something like a basket. That guy begins return by normal summoning a monster. It's a rare side in Shadals, but here we are. That guy attacks a face down monster and a Grado monster. Forgot to explain Grado Skions, so the status of the monster is especially like the cat out of a basket. The Grado is effective activating control of Hat Guy's fusion monster. Hat Guy ends his turn. Reclass begins her turn by summoning a tuner monster. Probably Grado Slime or Grado Slime Jr. Reclass tunes her monster with Hat Guy's fusion monster to Synchro Summon a Synchro Monster. They call Sorcerer Ace Grado Dragon. We have a name, folks! We have a name! Reclass seems to have Hat Guy on the ropes. Then she doesn't. That guy's eyes begins to glow a piercing yellow. His aura becomes pitch black. And he begins speaking in a voice that wasn't his. Hi guys, I'm having a really bad time here. No, I'm kidding. I will rend your soul from your body. What a lovely guy. That guy uses 2 dark type monsters in the field of fusion summon. Other stuff in Venom. It's 2 dark monsters in the field. Yep. Venomous dragon with fangs that hunger. Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Using Starving Venom's ability, it gains the attack power of Grado Dragon. One thing I know about Starving Venom though, if you look at the bottom of the card, it's filled with a bunch of red eyes glaring at you. That guy attacks Grado Dragon. The girls watching horror as Starving Venom rips it apart limb by limb. Your dragon's just an appetizer. You are the main course. Reclass steps back in shock until she puts on her tail. They have tails. Furries be proud. That guy kept training Starving Venom to attack. And then we get a replay of Yugi vs. Kaiba in Venus Kingdom. Starving Venom stabs its tail into Reclass's body. Start killing her instantly. Oh, then I guess we don't have to worry about Venus Kingdom then. She's dead before Kaiba could fall. Starving Venom begins lifting the now dead body. The Abyssal is devoured whole. That guy relies madly at this brutality. It's a hologram. Damn it, Solid Vision has really gone too far. Where monsters can eat. That guy stops I think. You know, I never liked to think about Solid Vision in the anime. It's just like, oh yeah, I can hurt you because I'm Solid Vision, but since I'm just a hologram, you can't hurt me. Why did we design it this way? If we're gonna go this far to the fact that they can attack humans, we should stop. That guy's eyes glowing and then he collapses to the ground. The girls pick up Hat Guy and take him back to base, and then chuck him in the ocean for such brutality. You ate a person! No, that was my dragon. Completely different. The next day. Which would take several days. Hat Guy notices the girls have been avoiding him lately, and been using Dragon Ball Fighter Z music. That guy tries to talk to them, but they ran away at the mere sight of him. Thank you. After trying and failing to get the girls to talk to him, that guy goes back to his room. So does that have room for days? Only to find Nagato in his room. Yeah, sorry about kinda eating you. No wait, that was Reclass. No wait, Nagato asks what happened on that day. Well, I kind of ripped through piece from piece. That guy tries to remember the other day, but he ends up drawing a blank. Me, most days. Nagato tells him to try again. I forget. I can't try again. That guy again tries to remember what happened. It's blank. We get absolutely nothing. Probably not. The memories become more clear. The image of starting them eating the abyssal appears in his mind. His mind probably blocked it out of sheer what the fudge. The terrified faces of the ship girls appeared as well. I really need to stop scaring all the girls. It's really hurting my chances. That guy yells out an apologized yell and collapses. Or agonized yell. Apologized yell doesn't make sense. Well, I guess it could happen. You can just be like, I'm sorry! But, you know. That guy wakes up to the sound of Nagato's voice. Wake up, you lazy fudge! You're our only hope! That guy tells Nagato about what happened. Nagato's horrified about the details. I really need to stop eating people. Oh, on the fortunate side, war fetish people are getting really onto this. That guy gets out of bed and activates a loudspeaker. That guy says that he's sorry he didn't wish to hurt anyone, even though he had a dragon eat a person. Suddenly the door to his room slammed open. His waifus could never stay away. Several of the ship girls barged their way into Hat Guy's room. In less than a few minutes, the room was filled with girls because they just wanted to hear that apology and then they all come running to him. The girls realized they were wrong to turn him away. No, he ate a person. Well, his dragon ate a person. I'd probably keep my distance too. I'm not against it. I mean, I know he was evil and corrupted and all that jazz, but, no. Everything seems to be going back to normal. He only ate a person. Well, if the person was evil, to be fair. Besides, she was a furry. She deserved it. 2 weeks later. That guy's job is going smoothly, but then something terrible happens. We're out of peanut butter! When the girls come back from their recent mission, they have such sad looks on their faces. We didn't get any peanut butter. Their store was out. That guy counted the number of girls that came back. He noticed one of them was missing. It was Nagato at this rate. The only one that was missing was Naka. Oh, great. Well, guess we're gonna find that murder. The most cheerful ship girl of the base was dead. Isn't that always how it goes? What's that? We have a character that's actually nice and happy all the time? She's dead meat. How Potato Girl survived the entire season 1 of Attack on Titan is a mystery that I'll never understand. If problems couldn't get any worse, Naka's sister Sendai blames that guy. It's all your fault that Naka's dead. What did I do? I just didn't come with you. Not my fault you said you wanted to go and get the peanut butter. There goes try to hold Sendai back from attacking Hat Guy. Hat Guy tells the girl to let her go. Sendai goes in for a punch. And now he kicks it. Hat Guy blocks the punch and tells Sendai they're fighting on his terms. Hat Guy raises duel disc and Sendai does the same. They then realize they were fighting Hat Guy in a duel and it went about as well as expected. Hat Guy uses a Shadal deck, we know, but I guess a recap couldn't hurt. Sendai uses Naka's deck, a Melodious deck. Fusion versus Fusion. Sendai makes the first move. She realizes she doesn't know how to use Naka's deck, so she ends her turn. Good job! Avenging your friend. I'm gonna show you what you're made of by owing up to Naka about terrible deeds you've done. How the fudge do I use this? Then he fusion summons again to bring out Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Oh yes, good job there. Get out the dragon that scared everyone to heck and back again. Yeah, don't worry, I only summon the thing that eats people. Sendai accepts her loss and goes on her way. Oh, good job. You really avenged your friend there. Didn't even try. I guess it's just to prove that he's tamed the dragon. Heke meets up with the Admiral and tells him what happened to Naka. She's dead, sir! The Admiral is devastated that Naka is dead. We know she's dead because reasons. As far as we know, she's lost. But then again, the girls were with her, so, you know. But then a look of realization appeared on his face. Wait a minute. I had the peanut butter the entire time! He used his pocket to discover the instructions on how to revive ship girls, because of course nothing stays dead in anime. grab a ship girl, you need a piece of their clothing and the wishes of the ones who want them reborn. Is that easy? The Admiral gives the instructions to Hatkai and puts his hopes in it. I will say this is good foreshadowing considering they beat one person already and she came back to spine, so this was foreshadowed. Which is a piece of her skirt. Of course it would be her skirt. She's revived. Everyone is happy. Oh well, it could have been worse than her priority. A week has passed, no abysmal activity. Everyone uses their time differently. Some people sit around, some people read comic books, others constantly go out to get peanut butter and make sure Naka doesn't come. Some of the girls train, some of them play around, and the others take care of the Admiral. Hatkai just sits around being the generic badass. Suddenly the abyssal alarm goes off and everyone prepares themselves. The girls defeat the abyssal with relative ease. Makes it wonder why we even brought up in the first place. Hatkai notices the girls came back really early. He becomes suspicious. Suddenly the sky becomes dark and lightning strikes. The Baryons attack. They're not going back this site from anything. Hatkai tries to find the cause of it. He then blames Nash. Hatkai comes face to face with Vector. $5 in, yes. Aramusumi, the ultimate evil. Oh my god. I knew I couldn't trust Chibi. Aramusumi challenges Hatkai to a duel because that's always how this goes. Shimikaze and Fukabe step in, making a 3-on-1 duel. It'll be like the end of Zexal 1 because it's everyone against Faker. Aramusumi materializes her deck and the rest ready their duel discs. Aramusumi uses an Infernoid deck. Have fun! Hatkai uses a Chevelle deck. Shimikaze uses the Speedroid deck mixed with Tech Genius. Fubuki uses the Magic Spectre deck. I guess it's good to recap everyone just to be safe, considering I kept forgetting anyway. Fubuki makes the first turn, eventually summoning up and setting a few cards. Delicious gave us the scales to use. Aramusumi's turn, she activates Future Fusion and sends many cards to the graveyard. I wasn't aware there was an Infernoid Fusion monster, so used to getting OTK before that could happen. After that, Aramusumi sets a couple of cards and ends her turn. Shimikaze begins her turn by Synchro summoning Clearwing Synchro Dragon. Wonder how she got that off you, Hugo, but then again, maybe Crystal Wing isn't as special in this universe as it is in the Arc 5 universe. Afterwards, she sets the cards. Oh, wait, and in Musumi's turn, she banishes 3 Infernoid monsters. She disposes them in Infernoid Onichu. Aramusumi tries to use Onichu's effect, but is negated by Clearwing. Aramusumi ends her turn, and she declares that her true ace will appear on the next turn. Typical. Guy begins his turn by fusion summoning a Shadal monster. Take your pick. That guy goes on into the attack, but Aramusumi blocks the attack of a trap card. Take your pick. I'd say negate attack. Aramusumi begins her turn with the summoning of her ace, Infernoid Tiara. Against Future Fusion. Tiara's powerful effect puts the group in a bind. I'll tell you what the effect is, but I don't know it. Aramusumi banishes 3 Infernoids to summon Infernoid Diviti. Aramusumi activates her monster's effect to destroy all spells and traps on the field. Shimikaze uses Clear Wing to negate the Diviti's effect. Aramusumi chains with her monster's second effect. Diviti's second effect activates and banishes Clear Wing, or rather negates and banishes Clear Wing. Aramusumi goes in for the attack. She attacks Shimikaze. Shimikaze is blown back by the attack. She still has life points remaining, but doesn't give up. She has life points remaining. I hope she doesn't give up. That guy tries to get Shimikaze to get up, but nothing happens. She doesn't quit, but she's down. Aramusumi laughs immediately. She tells them they have no chance against a god. And then all of a sudden Darkness gets PTSD. That guy glares at Aramusumi, rage burning in his eyes. I knew God, you're a bitch. That guy's eyes begin glowing harshly, a dark aura surrounding his being. Hakai lets out an animalistic roar. He declares he'll kill Eren Musume. Right on the next episode of Dragon Ball Super. Wait. Hakai fusion summons another Shadal monster. Why not Mama Constructs? Just for funsies. Hakai goes in for a savage attack intending to kill, but it worked so well last time I tried this. But Eren Musume blocks the attack. And then the negate attack went well. Eren Musume begins her attack, but just before the attack lands, an abyssal called Hopo-chan appears and intercepts the attack. And it's Hopo-chan. Hakai questions why an abyssal would help him. Hoppo replies, said so in the script. Hoppo-chan says he saw how much Hakai cares for the ship girls, so she decided to help. I've gone rogue! Hoppo-chan readies her duel disc and joins the duel. Another one of those intrusion penalties, lovely. Hoppo-chan begins her turn by summoning and then ranking up after their monster. Ranking up their monster. Whichever one it is, take your pick. With help of Hoppo's ranked up monster, Eren Musume's monster is destroyed. Won't explain how. Hoppo's attack dealt great damage to Eren Musume's life points. So let me guess, it wasn't even her monster's final form. Eren Musume starts her turn by using a spell card that revives her monster because it worked so well last time. Let's try that again. Suddenly a light erupts from Shimikaze's body. Shimikaze stands up in her armor glowing brilliant gold. Must be the main protagonist of her universe. Eren Musume asks how she survived. To which she replies, I went in my Mega Mode. Ever seen Power Rangers? There's always a Super Mega Mode or something like that. Shimikaze tells Eren Musume that the Admiral gave her a fairy that would revive her should she die. Wow, death just keeps losing its meaning more and more over time. It's like the witchcraft. It's like the it's the witchcraft series of American Horror Story. Death just loses its meaning over time. Shimikaze synchro summons the evolved form of Clear Wing, Crystal Wing, and Synchro Dragon. Everyone combines their attacks to finally take down Eren Musume. Eren Musume, in her dying breath, tells the group that by defeating her, the boundaries between dimensions have been weakened. After saying her last words, Eren Musume crumbles into dust and fades away. She'll be back. Should have a little tagline, I'm not dead for good. After the battle, Hakai creates a treaty so that Chip Girls and the Abyssals no longer fight. It was that easy. And so the world is at peace until season 2. Well, at least it's honest! Okay, that's a good one. Did you like that video? Yes. Sub for more, already have. And donate to my Patreon, already have. I assume that's it. So, same goes for me. Patreon doesn't have a Patreon. Oh well. See you!